drop down field, and this is based on what you have filled in the stages, right? I have given this as a drop down field, the both from and to, so that we don't what do you call it, we don't by mistake fill make typo, right? As long as you are typing in the correct name in stages, all this will get in the drop down. Okay, you basically have name of the transition here, and then the to state, and basically have a name that is of the screen that is attached. When there is no screen, we will call it as no screen, and whatever other screens are there, we basically have these screens also filled in here. Let me do a comparison again. All the details that are there in this, open. So you have a from, this is the stage, to is also a stage, transition, and you have a bunch of screens attached to it. In this transitions sheet, we are only capturing the screen name. Okay. Now this screen name, we will have to define it in Dynaform. I will come and explain that.
Okay, so just to reiterate, this from, transition, and to is as it is that you have to copy from that screen to the screen. It is a drop down that we have to fill in. We have to find out what is a transition. For open, it was 3 transition: investigate, pending, and cancel. You
Correct.
put it here, and then the to is mentioned there. So what exactly the text that is mentioned here, you have to populate that in the to. And the screen name for Dynaform, we are yet to cover.
We are yet to cover. Correct. Okay. So, and then you basically go here and you check that, okay, for investigate, there is a workflow screen. Okay. But workflow screen alone will not help. I need to know what are all these there in the workflow screen. Correct. In workflow screen, there is only assignee and a contact type.
So when you click on that workflow screen, you come to this screen. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
When I click on that workflow screen, it basically comes here.
Okay. Can we pause for 1 minute and can we check whether we have an access to this? Because
yes,
all
please.
that first, it depends. Do we have an access to do all these things? So, Sagar, Mukesh, let's check if we have an access to this URL and we are able to open the screen.
This is what is known as the backend access to Jira.
After logging to Jira, I mean, which button we have to press, Sundar?
If you have logged in, let me show that. If you see this projects, go and choose INC there. Are you able to see?
No, just I'm sharing my screen for time being.
Yes, please.
So I'm getting this screen. I mean,
You don't have backend access.
Okay, I need to get backend access. Okay.
Can Mukesh, can you try? Mukesh, are you there?
Oh, I think I was on mute, so I am checking. Yeah, I was speaking on mute.
Okay.
You cannot edit the configuration of this project.
We don't need to edit, no? We only want to be able to see.
No, I think I don't. This is the screen coming. Let me share.
Mm.
So, are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Can you go to
No
projects
access.
and choose ANC?
Projects.
Here.
Yeah.
I don't have INC option. I can see the screen, but I don't have INC option.
So you and myself need to get Puja.
So only I have service and business and view all projects option.
No, you can view all projects. You can go to view all projects, right? Because the drop down has only the recent projects that you visited.
Okay.
Now,
You all.
now the problem is, Mukesh, it is your screen, right? That is shared.
Yeah.
Now you don't seem to have the project settings option on the bottom left. Incident menu है ना उसके नीचे there should be one more project settings button. You don't seem to have that access.
Incident reported in the last critical. And here the queue customer. So I may not have access, or the admin access is required. Might be.
Correct.
Can I stop sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Pooja, can you also check? Let's determine if even at least one of you people have the items.
As need to be share the credential.
Yeah, you see.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
This you are able to see?
We are seeing this meeting. Yes.
No. I'm in logged in Jira, so you're not able to see.
No,
We
we
are
are not
seeing
seeing
only
not Jira.
we are seeing only the Gmeet screen.
Allowing me select the window and the screen. I have so many windows open, entire screen. Okay. Now able to see?
Yes.
Yes.
I went to projects. In that projects, I went to view all projects. And now view all projects. I'm here. Okay.
You should have one incident. Incident is there, no?
Okay, 1 minute. Incident. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. From here.
Bottom left may see if you have a project settings option. You also don't have. So you both don't have the access.
The three don't have access.
The three, correct. Sorry, Sagar.
My access was removed by courtesy Ananda. Calling him on Saturday. But I should not tell you. This. Calling him on Saturday, he said that I removed your access because you're not using it. So I said that first of all, I did not have an access. He said no, they have given you an access. So I said that no, it is written in an email that he cannot give me an access. Only one person is required to get an access. So he removed me.
Okay. See, let us figure out even internally, right? I am also dependent on Archive when I am doing some work like this. You check if they can help us with it. Else, we need to think through how we can actually do it, right?
Okay. So
Uh,
for this project settings is admin access mandatory, or is there anything lower than admin? Because I think admin access require a license thing, no? So probably they are cutting down on the license, so they cannot give us the license. So is there any other which is less than admin and still we can get the work done?
no. I'm very sorry. The answer is no. Right? It is like that. What we can do, what we first time when we were filling this, only for workflow and not for Dynaform, what Akif did, Akif shared with us the screenshots.
Hmm.
And based on that screenshot, we were able to create the fields, right? Now, if we are going to create so many, it can be done. That is one way of parallelizing it. Whatever you need, you will get this as a screenshot. But if we cannot get another login, we will have to go with this, or we will have to see if we can among us rotate and.
So is it is there in Jira that if one person is logged in with that ID, other person cannot log in with that ID?
I don't know. We have not checked it.
For from 2-3 machines we can log in with the same ID, no? I mean in service now we were able
Akif,
to.
is parallel login possible?
But it will be violation, no, Pooja?
Yes, sir, you can do it.
It does not require to be Puja. The advantage is it does not require that you need to be even on the VDI, right? I have not yet created my VMs or VDI, and I'm doing it from my computer only. It just asks for authentication, and it approves me, and I'm
Correct.
able to do it.
Correct.
So, Akif, in parallel, can you also log in and confirm?
Okay, okay.
But to Sagar's point, is this kind of violation? Absolutely yes. Uh, we don't seem to have an option where 5, 6 people can get. We should check with them. Ideally, that is how it should work. If not, we need to think through how we can do it. The options are having one person generate all the screenshots and share it with all the people, uh, or we do this.
Sundar, your location and Akif location is same, right?
No, no, no. I am in Bangalore. He is in Mumbai, but we are connected through the same VPN. So it'll go same network. Yeah. Oh, I don't think it gives that kind of alert. The reason being, see, their Jira, they have opened it up for the entire world for them to raise tickets, right? An end user can come and hit their Jira system and raise ticket.
If security checking or doing audits, like someone is logging from Delhi today, someone for the same ID, and another one logging from the Mumbai or Pune or Bangalore, so they would generate alert or they might deactivate this.
See, I'll give you an example, right? If I am in Altnix's VPN, that will show us Mumbai. If I am directly hitting from my computer, it'll show us Bangalore.
Yeah, Sundar, we got your point. But we had face issue in some time back in one of the accounts.
Okay.
So Mukesh was considering that one.
Yes, see, all we should consider all things, and we should certainly find a way. The one option that we can certainly consider is the screenshot option.
Yeah.
Sir, I have tried and I'm able to log in the Jira.
Okay.
You are able to access na Sundar you as well, na?
Yes.
So it means confirm multiple users login.
Yes. Okay, see, we know that this is a problem. Can we assume that it can be solved, and let's finish the Excel sheet walkthrough?
Finish the Excel sheet walkthrough. I mean, we can see this issue sometime later.
Okay. Okay, so let me share my screen. Hmm. So you should see this button ideally if you have the access. That
We are not seeing your screen, Dorit.
1 second. Yeah, you are able to see now.
Yes.
So what I'm saying, when you click on this project, in the bottom left here, you should see this settings button, project settings.
What is the use of this project settings? You get to see all
Yeah,
everything.
project settings is where you will know the workflow attached with that project.
Okay.
So with this project, you will know, you can go and look at the workflow. And right now we are using this particular workflow template. And you basically go and say, view as text. It gives you this screen. And if you go on this, it will give you this visual template, right? This visual what happens is these transitions are not clear. They are all generally overlapping. So I prefer doing it with the view as text. View as text is very easy to follow and copy. Any questions at this point before I move on to the Excel sheet?
Now you can go ahead. But this, if the access itself is not there, then just thinking that how we'll be able to contribute in this. But let's go ahead. Let's see on that.
Correct. Okay. So we saw this stages, and we saw the transition. Transition is basically from this screen, and then we need to go into this each screen, right? So each screen is what I am calling as dynaforms, and no screen is, I've just given this as an option. But basically for this workflow, we have a total of 7 screens. Okay. Now for each of the screen, for example, create form,
Just
we
one
know.
question. How do you know that it has 7 screen? You counted this, create that number of
Correct.
screen.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Hmm.
So, so create form is not something that you will see in the you will not see that create form screen in this, because you will see that in the incident ticket from the front end only. Okay, but all the other screens you will see here, right? Workflow, cancel command screen and all that. For example, I look at this workflow screen, and it basically has only 2 fields, right? Okay, assignee and contact type. I basically say name of the screen is workflow screen, field name is assignee, and this is basically this will be a text field because we'll put in the AUID, right? The next one is again workflow screen. I say this will be contact type, and contact type is a drop down menu.
Where do you see that it is mentioned? It is a drop down.
Select list, single choice.
Okay.
right? So this is how for each screen we need to fill it, right? Now cancel comment screen, and comment screen also we have not seen. Okay.
So it is just the variables that we have to click and we have to populate those variables with the text drop down.
Correct. Now, interestingly, your comment screen is using
Okay.
only one attachment field, right? I have not given the field type as attachment. I need to give that. I'll give that, okay? But basically, this is saying my comment screen is
So this is your standard template that everybody will be using in this drop down box.
I created this drop-down box specifically for Jira.
But this
I mean, specifically for Process Maker.
No, but if you're giving this drop down box, it doesn't mean that the name of the screen will be same what that you have here in the drop down box, right? It might be different. It got
No. Say, for example, here if I say answer as a item, I'm adding first to the list of screens. Then
okay,
only
and
then it will come here.
Okay.
So this I am putting in because I want some control over typos, right? If not, it'll not be there, right? So if I add question, only then I'll be able to. So before you can choose the field name, you need to first define the screen. Similarly, even here, if you go to the stages, you can only have these many, right? Now, if I say life after death, only after adding it here, when I go to transitions, it will come as a from state for me.
Okay. So you build this as a project itself.
This is not. It's part of automation because I can't automate based on the assumption that the linkages will be correct.
Correct.
Right. So it is part of that, right? Unless the link, or else what will happen is here you put work in progress with 1 yes, there you put it as 2 yes, my automation will not work. Conversion will not work.
Got it.
Yeah. So so this is what we need to do, and basically you come here. Okay, this is only an attachment, and say this is in comment screen. I think it was wherever, right? So we will basically say field name is only attachment. Field type also I'll make it attachment. I'll add that option. So this is what needs to be done, and within, for example, this contact type, right? Assignee, you don't need to sit and do anything, but for contact type, which is a drop down option, we need to provide the so even here, right, only the fields that I have put here will come in this field name when you are providing the option, right? So this also has this dependency, right? I assume, okay, so contact type they had 5 options. So I will basically have
just us in Jira, no? Where is that 5 options? I mean, you have checked that, so I'm just trying to relate that. Where is that 5 options?
Okay. So you see this field, right? Contact type. Now you have a system, whatever a system field will be available in this system fields menu. Whatever is the single list item, you will find it here in your this menu, right? So I'll show it to you. Just give me 1 minute. When you come here to custom fields, you will see the. I thought I was sharing my screen when I did this. It's okay. I'll just. So this is across 52 screens and 3 projects. This contact type is used, and this is where you will go and see, right? So from when we did the original analysis for automation, this is what I was referring to, that I see 350 screens and 450 custom fields. Right now, these are the options that are given. Right, I will just need to paste those here. Right, so then what happens? So transitions are done, and in this transition, you basically have another thing. Okay, so any place, I'm gonna hide these two columns, or let me just make it smaller so that I can show all of this, right? So just to ensure that there are no false references, self-reference. For example, if I choose the start as open, from state as open, and also choose the to state as open, then it'll tell me that, hey, something is wrong here, right? So true will come. And these are all things that I am using for my own validation. But people, when they are filling it, generally they will just be copying it from what they are seeing on the screen. But if it is a true here, then I need to use a different kind of a decision field. Okay. Now, wherever you see one, it is a straightforward movement, no issues, right? Wherever you see three possibilities, right, from open, it can go to work in progress, pending, or cancel. So 1 to 3, right? And what this basically means is that, hey, this is basically going to be dependent on some value somebody is giving, right? Now it could be that, okay, based on this contact type, this basically will go to work in progress if I say WIP. Right, so this decision thing also needs to be filled.
So from where to fetch this detail, decision field and default value for those?
You will have so from field option perspective, you will have this, right? But if you want to be able to fetch what you are asking, then we need to go to workflows. Sorry, I clicked on the overall workflows. Just give me 1 minute. Let me open the same instant ticket. Here is the instant ticket. Okay. There. I need to be there in workflows, not the workflow scheme. Let me go back from here only. Don't let this fool you into thinking that this is all very difficult. I have done this, I've tried this for quite some time now, and I know it is not that difficult. Okay. Here, hold on, I also now forgot 1 second.
You are recording this meeting, right? So that you're recording this meeting, right?
Oh, hey, sorry, no, shit, man.
Actually, I keep
Problem is this is Gmeet.
No. Hi, Sundar.
हाँ
Actually, I don't know you guys recording, but मैंने अपने लिए थोड़ा सा recording start किया था, but that is in live stream, private stream, so I will.
no problem, there is some recording ना okay.
But वो एकदम start से नहीं है, थोड़ा सा क्योंकि थोड़ा late हो गया start करने।
That is okay, that is okay, that is okay.
तो
अभी 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 स्टार्ट कर दो ना, अभी स्टार्ट कर दो।
नहीं, अभी तो already start ही है, चल रहा है, लेकिन I think first confirm।
अच्छा, मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है कहाँ से चल रहा है। ओके,
ओ
Zoom
जी
पे
मीट
डालना
से नहीं हो चल रहा है, जी मीट में recording का ऑप्शन नहीं है.
हाँ,
See, I should have sent a Zoom link. That is my mistake.
no, मैंने start किया है, बाद में चाहिए तो फिर वो देखता हूँ, वो capture हो रहा है, record हो रहा है, 31 मिनट तो हो गया है,
हाँ.
I will share it।
Okay.
थोड़ा सा
So, okay. Going back to the question that was asked, this na. So you basically will have to go and click on the transition, and then the transition may you will find that option. Okay. For example, there is this transition for pending. And if I go and click on this post functions, they have done a Java piece of code to say what should happen and why it should go. Right? So here too they have not, I'm not seeing it in this workflow for some reason. Just give me 1 minute. Abhi, for example, this post function may they have given custom script post function, right? So this is how they will have to end up doing it.
so we have to copy this code in the Excel.
No, we don't need to copy. So no, that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, Pooja, when we are basically doing this, where is this ITSM template? When we are basically doing this, most of it will already have a decision field for the transition, right? So if you look at the screen, it'll have an option called as an action. So we'll say open. Let me show it with an example, or else I think it'll be confusing. Okay. Okay, let me create one here itself. I have stages, and stages may there is open, right? In open, when I go to this transition, there are 3 options. And open as a stage is connected with one particular Dynaform, which is, for example, this. Let's say that this is Dynaform. So in Dynaform, all I'm going to say is action will be the field name, and this will be a drop down. And here I'll come, I will say action, and I'll give these 3 values.
Sorry, I'm lost. I'm lost. I did not get this.
That is what, right? See, without a 1 second. Investigate. Pending cancel. Pending cancel. Okay. So now I come back here. I am basically saying in transition, right? I am saying open stage may everybody will be in only this, and the decision field for this will be this, and here If the options are investigate, it will go to investigate. If it is pending, it will go to pending. If it is cancelled, it will go to cancel. What it means in terms of code and backend code is, when somebody is there in open state and when they want to move it to work in progress as a state, in the screen that is workflow screen, there will be a decision field for transition, which they will have these three options. When they fill in this, it will get routed here, right? Sai, you have that screen, no? Can we show this screen that I am referring to?
Mm,
And this option action as the drop down menu?
No,
yes.
just sorry, Sundar, but we don't need to have this drop down in the GLPI, no? Because as per the last comment from Parul, what he was telling is all these things is not an user input. This is done by a workflow, right?
Puja,
Uh,
the end user will not use it, but somebody who is moving it from open, how will this is for decision making, right? How will the decision be made? There is going to be some input, right? For moving it to work in progress, pending or cancelled. It can be in Dynaform or it can be in Trigger or it can be in anywhere, right?
So I
Huh.
think in Jira right now is once they click on the submit, then it goes to that stage. So that is what it is referring
Correct.
to.
It by default will go to investigate. That is an automatic assumption. Okay, let me show you a different one. Okay, I am
so
the resolver. Huh.
in open state, actually, we maintain Sundar, this thing in requester form. There is a no action drop down.
Correct.
But in
Yeah,
open
but
state, there is a pending
open state
state.
में होगा. That is what I
Yeah,
am saying.
मैं show कर रहा हूँ. Okay, तो वो
हाँ.
actually होता
You
है
share
कि
your screen. You share your screen.
yes, I'm going to log in VDM. So,
Okay. You log in. Till then, I will explain this to Puja conceptually.
yeah,
Jitendra and Akif, you guys are able to follow what I am trying to say here, right? Or you guys also have doubt? Please, let's have an open discussion, and accordingly we will.
Sundar, I have a question. Have this template used to migrate any workflow?
Yes, in our POC, I did it yesterday. Yeah, that
Okay.
is the one that I used is slightly unformatted. I can show you that also,
Hmm.
but I cannot. It is only I can understand that template. Let me put it that way, right?
I think as of now, at one shot or first time, it will not understand. But yeah, right
Yeah.
now,
You do it twice, you will understand it.
yeah.
Okay. See, this has some other naming convention, some other diagram. It has a lot more details. The one that you are seeing here is, for example, this is the flow, right? Now, I put open stage this and I generated some auto number and all that. But what you are seeing, and this is able to create the required XML that I can import and it is working. I can show you the output also. Right. So this basically is able to create this entire list of XML and I can just import it into XML and it will work. Right. Now here to the terminologies are very, very different in what is there in that template versus what I am showing it to you, because what I am showing to you is more what is the right word, more refined, right? That is all. But if you internally, if you look at all of the fields and the columns, in effect what I have done is I have renamed the field names and I have removed the columns that are not required as a user input, and that is all I have done. But yes, this is the output of the XML, and this basically works. Now, see, I'll tell you. Once you do one thing end to end independently, you will be able to do the remaining 10 very easily, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let me say. So right now, let's assume that I'm the resolver. It is work in progress, right? Now, from work in progress as a resolver, I need to move it back to the open, right? Now, how will I move it back to open? There will be a drop down menu, or there will be a
Can I
radio
show
button.
Sundar? Then I will.
Yeah.
You will
Yes.
explain
Yes.
over
Yes.
there, and then
Okay.
they will understand better.
Uh,
In a way.
Correct. Correct. Oh, you share your screen.
Yeah. Hope my. Okay. Let me share. Okay. Hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the workflow. Just refresh.
Just show the open state
Yeah, yeah. I put you
Dynaform.
create
Yeah.
one.
No, no, no need to create a new one. Just open the open state
Okay,
Dynaform.
okay, okay, okay. So these are the Dynaforms. This is the list of Dynaform.
Mm.
And this is the open state. Okay. This is the
Yeah.
requester form, and this is the open form.
Open form.
Yeah.
So after and put it in the view mode, right? So here he needs to push from open to work in progress or pending or cancel, right? This is not there in the requester form. This is after it has been assigned to somebody. Similarly, if you go to work in progress state, uh, uh, Sai,
Yeah.
can you show work in progress form?
Okay.
This open is when the user has filled in the incident and they have submitted it, and then it
Correct.
comes to the other person in the.
It goes to the by default the resolver group.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then that is where your action will come. Okay.
Correct.
Open form will handle by one group who is responsible to admit that ticket or admit that case. Yeah, we
Correct.
receive your request and we are going to forward this request to work in progress team. So that is the only thing.
Yeah.
So we will add that SLA
Yeah.
on the.
Open work in progress form and put it in view mode. Now I'm in work. It is in work in progress. Okay. It will typically this one will get assigned to a resolver group, right? Abhi, that resolver can move it back to open or pending or cancel or move it to resolved, right? So this field needs to be there for anybody who is not basically raising the request, because those people will need to manually input how to direct the workflow, right? So this one right now we are given it as a drop down. What I am basically trying to call out here is, now you saw what is the screen name, right, and what is the decision field for transition. The action here is what I am calling as the decision field for transition, and what should be the value.
Correct, got it. So one question, Sundar. So this decision field in Jira is what a drop-down field itself.
In Jira, in some cases it is a drop down field, in some
No,
cases
no.
it
In
is a
Jira
radio
there is a button. ये डेमो में देखा था ना पूजा वो जो दिखा रहे थे तो
radio
आई थिंक
button.
वो ऐसा यहाँ पे एक स्क्वायर था यहाँ पे एक स्क्वायर था और यहाँ पे एक स्क्वायर उसमें ये ओपन स्टेट ये वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस ये रिजॉल्व स्टेट ऐसा तो वो एक हॉरिजॉन्टल मेंटेन किया था हमने ड्रॉप डाउन मेंटेन किया है यूआई तो थोड़ा
तो उसके पास तो ओके, तो जीरा में ये सारे बटन्स है जो तुम बोल रहे हो, वो दैट इज अ डिसीजन फील्ड।
हाँ
और को
यूआई डिफरेंट है सिर्फ बस वो दिखा रहे थे ना हमें कि बटन वाइज हम क्लिक कर देंगे तो सीधा वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस में जाता है लेकिन उसके लिए पहले कमेंट डालना पड़ता है ऐसा लेकिन हम कमेंट भी ले रहे हैं यहाँ पे ठीक है और पहले वाले मेंटेन भी कर रहे हैं और बस ड्रॉप डाउन में ऑप्शन क्लिक
समझ
करवा रहे हैं
समझ गई। अब now Sundar, to your question where we have to make that decision field, so this will be coming from the screen, workflow screen, the screen that is attached to the transition. So when the Excel that you were showing, first we fill in the from, and then transition, and then to, and then there is a screen for the screen that is attached to this. So for instance, this is like a open work in progress screen. So in work in progress screen, what is a decision field that is moving to the next stage?
Correct. So the point here is, Pooja, in Jira, they have handled it via code in most of the places, right? Or buttons that they were doing, right? So they have not captured it in work in progress screen, right? So now let me show a real example. If I go to
Just show me from a Jira that how do I populate this sheet. I'm talking from a sheet population perspective. From Jira, how will I understand the decision field will be?
no, you will not. You will not see that in Jira in all cases. Is what I'm trying to say.
Again
You
share
will.
template सुंदरा, sorry to disturb you, because I think मेरा वो Firefox जब ओपन करता हूँ तो रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं हो रहा है वो स्क्रीन ना सॉरी, बस मेरा गूगल क्रोम रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है, so
Okay. Okay. So, Pooja, to answer your, is my screen shown or whose screen is shown?
Now stop presenting it.
just a minute.
Okay. Let's see. Right. Okay. Coming back to, let me know if you are able to see my ITSM. Yeah. Right, Pooja. The point is, these options, those people get it as buttons. Okay. It is not defined in the field, in the screen.
This transition is same as the snapshot that you showed me before. It is work in progress. There we just have to copy paste here what is there in the name of transition, and to also is there. We have to copy paste the same thing. Now this column D that you are showing me, screen name for Dynaform. So there you have a link. So we have to just copy paste that screen name here and this. Now detailed field for transition. So this detailed field from transition, how do I populate?
Correct. You just, for now, without complicating anything, here just say all of this is action, and basically for all the decision value for transition, use the same as the name of the transition. Right?
Name of the transition will be this. This will be for all 60 workflows that you do.
Yes, yes. I don't want to get into the technical details behind why and what.
No, that's fine.
Correct. The reason being, I will fill these also in the Excel template instructions. That decision field just make it action by default for any. So here this two may it will not happen. The last one may it will not happen. And here you are just going to say this, right?
Name of the transition.
Correct. The name of the transition. The only point is, anyway, I don't want to confuse you anymore. I'll talk. So just fill this. We'll take care of everything else.
Okay.
The only thing that I want to add here is, when you are doing all of this, here you see what is called as a true. Right? You don't need to worry about it. I'm just calling out how this is working out, right? This is saying, hey, closed, say closed. Why? The reason why I have included it here is because they were probably doing some tests, and I don't see any other. I don't see them using it. Let me open that again. From closed, they have done closed without any screen. They have put one transition name as test, right? You can see this also here. From closed, there is a closed loop going again here, right? This is meaningless. I have just copied it, but any such self-references, we want to know why is it even worth it, right? That is why I have called this out, okay? From your perspective, put in here action by default, and put in here a decision value for transition by default. This one is the same as this. I can in fact remove these two for you so that you don't need to worry about it. I will handle it in the back. Okay. Now, one last thing I want to call out, I'll just do that also. This is a group name, right? List of group names. As I told you, Puja, 11,000 plus groups are coming in. I am unable to find out which one. We need this template from him. And what will happen is when I'm talking to this, when we are doing this transition, we will get the name of the group assigned here, right? So if you are filling it in here, it will come here. Right now, we are waiting on him to come and join us. We will ask him to give the list of resolver groups and the associated AUIDs. All of this will get populated here, and we can fill that.
But the resolver group will be different for different workflows. No?
Correct. And this is one sheet for one workflow, no?
The one sheet for one workflow. So these groups, there must be some in the workflow itself. There will be some resolver groups. No, in Jira it is not. I'm just thinking loud that he will ask that if you can open the workflow, can't you see the resolver group also?
The answer is no, because we have access to is only the workflow, right? Unlike how we are able to see everything in Process Maker, we cannot see everything in this thing. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
We cannot see everything in Jira. Okay, all that we can see is the workflow, the steps, and the transitions, and rest all they will have to only give us. What I was assuming is, if I go to, I'll show you what I was assuming. Right, if I go to this user management के अंदर there is a group, and I thought I'll dump all the groups and I will pre-fill it. Right. These are the list of user groups in Jira. Unfortunately, they have created so many user groups. I don't know why, but hence I am unable to make any meaningful sense of all these groups. Okay, coming back, two problems. One is figuring out how do we get access. The second is what all can we fill, right? Based on today's call, I'm going to hide column E and F. These are not required. And as soon as we are able to identify how we want to do the user groups, we will talk to Parul when he is back. SLA, we will talk to Ritu or Parul when he is back. And all that we need to do is fill in all the Dynaforms, right?
Dynaforms and transitions.
Dynaform, transitions, and stages.
Stages, huh?
Yes, correct. These three, if we can filling it, it is possible that one or two workflows initially will not get auto converted fully to process. Though I have tested my POC because data entry and all can sometimes be tricky. But overall, we'll just fill this, run the Python program. It will give us converted. We will import it into Process Maker. So, any questions? Sorry, Pooja, I know you, Mukesh, and Sagar have asked a lot of questions, but this is the first time actually Akif and Sai and Jitendra are also seeing this. So, I want to ask them. Akif, Sai, Jitendra, you guys have any questions?
As of now, no, but the conditions, I think I don't see any conditions like when we like action जो गेटवे रहता है उसके अंदर कौन सा एक्शन परफॉर्म किया है, फॉर एग्जांपल पेंडिंग किया है या कैसे किया है, वो रीडायरेक्शन का कंडीशन कहीं पे नहीं दिखा मुझे.
That is what I just hid, no? Or decision field for transition hoga action. Action ka value, if it is cancel, then what it means is work in progress है वो cancel stage को चले जाएगा.
क्योंकि डायनाफॉर्म में जिस ऑर्डर में पड़ा है ना वो ऑप्शन, समझो एक्शन एक ड्रॉप डाउन है, वो डायनाफॉर्म है, जिस
हाँ
ऑर्डर में वो पड़ता है ना, कि समझो उस स्क्रीन में 3 एक्शन है, फॉर एग्जांपल फाइंडिंग, इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग,
0 1 2 3 होगा is what you are
0
saying.
1 3, 0 1 2 नहीं, 1 to
हाँ
6 होता है, क्योंकि 0 को अनडिफाइंड बताता है वो। ओके,
हाँ
1
नहीं
to 6,
नहीं उसमें हम टेक्स्ट भी दे सकते हैं.
हाँ एज अ स्ट्रिंग रखना पड़ेगा फिर उसका डेटा
हाँ
टाइप,
करेक्ट करेक्ट.
तो वो
हाँ
स्ट्रिंग में ही 0 भी ले लेगा।
but basically you get this is where we are capturing that decision, right? Uh, so that decision has come, and not to confuse other guys, but for Sai, if there are cases where something is moving from the same state to the same state, इसमें हमको वो inclusive gateway use करना पड़ेगा. That is why I am capturing this true. For all the other ones you can use exclusive gateway, इसमें inclusive gateway.
इंक्लूसिव करना पड़ता है। अच्छा, आई
हाँ
थिंक मुझे भी एक बार ये गो थ्रू दोबारा कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि फर्स्ट टाइम थोड़ा सा ये हुआ,
हाँ
एक्चुअली हैबिट है, तो ये थोड़ा
correct.
सा अंडरस्टैंड
We can have certainly one more call, no problem. Not just for you, I think for everybody it will be useful, because once you are able to independently do it na, one sheet, it will probably, the first sheet will take you 2 hours or 3 hours, but second sheet say you will be able to do it in 15-20 minutes max. And once you are able to fill this, life is amazing. Akif, any questions, man? Did you understand? Jitendra?
No, sir, no question.
Okay, no, I thought you didn't understand. Yeah. Jitendra, anything, man, from your side? See, I'm asking all of you people because we need to sit and fill this, okay? And this is the first time I'm showing this template to all you guys.
इट्स
Right.
फैंटास्टिक। एक्चुअली यू जस्ट कोई एक वे तो निकाला है आपने, बस या यू डन अ फैंटास्टिक जॉब एज ऑफ नाउ। बस इसका कन्वर्जन अगर हो गया तो पूरा ही खत्म हो जाएगा।
Admission तो हो गया. I'll that code walkthrough I'll give it separately.
अच्छा वो अच्छा पाइथन का कोड के ऊपर भी काम किया। वेरी
हाँ, that is also done. That is also done. मैंने दिखाया ना, ये पाइथन कोड का आउटपुट है, ये वाला है ना, ये पाइथन कोड से आया. With all this your definition, table name के अंदर records होगा, records में पूरा values होगा. So all of this is done.
इसको इंपोर्ट भी करके देखा है एक बार, मतलब
हाँ.
ओके
Good. Okay, so I'll stop here, guys. Any okay, back to Pooja, Mukesh, Sagar. Any other questions?
Just share the video.
Yeah, share the video.
We
Share
have to
the
go to Twitter and so on.
after if you share your login, we will also see, because unless and until we try our hands, we won't be able to
Correct.
come up with more questions. We go to the recording, we'll try our hands. It is not, I feel that it is not that heavy. We should be able to populate. It is not at all very hard. It seems to be easy. But once we go ahead and we check the workflow, probably we might be getting more questions or some or other difficulties. One or two, it will be difficult, but the rest it will be easy to populate. Just to mind you, Jitendra, Sai, and Akif, you will be the point of contact for us. Because Sundar will be busy in other things. There are a lot of other things that need to be completed. So you all have to be very clear that your doubts are clear, because we will come up with our doubts to you.
Yes, no problem. About process maker and workflow, I will be texting. Okay, no.
No, in this data population.
Data population.
अगर हमको कुछ डाउट है कि ये अगर ऐसा है तो इधर भी फिल करना है, वो करना है.
See, I think Pooja, I'll suggest something. Sai, you send out the recording. I will hide those two fields populated with certain formulas, and I'll hide those two fields. I'll send out the template with some additional instruction, and you send out the recording. Let us all get together again tomorrow, same time. And
Do one thing as a live session. One person.
yes, one person doing it as a live session. Take one example. And what we can do is we don't even need to wait till tomorrow in the evening. Tomorrow morning session is also fine. Let me quickly check. Tomorrow evening will be difficult here. I have 1 p.m. meeting. Okay. I can skip that meeting, no problem. You guys try it out. We should certainly have one joint session and confirm that everything is working. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock will be very good for me. And request to Pooja. Pooja, as I mentioned, let us exclude Akif from this data filling exercise because I want him to focus on custom field and CMDB and then production installation.
Right. It's fine.
Okay, so Jitendra, you need to do a lot more weightlifting, man, on this. But we'll do it, we'll figure out, no? Sorry, sir, you had a question?
मेरा एक बोलना था एक्चुअली मैंने रिकॉर्डिंग तो किया है लेकिन इनिशियली वो थोड़ा सा मेरा स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं था उस टाइम फुल स्क्रीन भी नहीं किया था गूगल मीट था विजिबल मीटिंग थोड़ा बहुत ये मैंने ज्यादा ट्राई नहीं किया रिकॉर्डिंग बट आई विल शेयर
It is my mistake. I did not realize that this was removed. Tomorrow meeting we will do a proper Zoom with a proper Zoom recording and then send it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This work.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks everyone. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Sanjay.
Thank you.